against the visiting Muscleman Appleman in regional softball action. Today is game 2 of the 3-game series where we have the Washington Patriots leading the Appleman 1-0. My name is Akeem Holmes, and I'm joined by ex-Jefferson softball coach, superstar extraordinaire, Des Waiters. Des, you want to introduce yourself a little bit about, a little bit about your career and what you expect from this game today.
Hi. I was coaching at Jefferson for, I believe, 8 years. Head coach as 5. And now I've had the pleasure of commentating a couple games with you guys. Right now we have Lydia McClintock up with a deep fly ball to right field for a lead-off single. And that's the way Muscleman wants to start this game right here.
Yeah, and that triple literally was because of the sun. The right fielder lost the ball in the sun,
now batting number 12,
allowing an easy pop fly, a can of corn, to get behind her. And McClintock took advantage, and now with no outs, we have a runner on third base. Chloe Constantino to Grace Hosteller. Foul ball. Like we said the last broadcast, I remember being at JCLL as a kid. When the foul ball came, all the kids ran over for the ball to get the free soda.
Yeah, they could probably use that here with this fence and the ball's going across the road.
Yeah. And right now, if you're a pitcher, after giving up that leadoff triple, you definitely want to get some erasers, some strikeouts to kind of minimize any damage for this inning. But it seems like Muscleman has kind of timed her pretty well. They're getting some good swings right now.
Yes, they are. They're coming out aggressive. Hostetter swinging at her first pitch, looking at her next, and with the 0-2 count, ready to battle off that third. That's good. They're coming out aggressive, ready to hit anything close to the zone. So we would like to see Constantino maybe go away from the zone, which she did right there, put it up out of the zone for her to chase. So that's good on her part.
Yeah, and one of the things that I would like to see a little bit more from these pitchers is to be able to mix the pitches up, mix the speed up a little bit, develop some other pitches besides this fastball, because as you get deeper and deeper into the playoffs, they're good hitting teams, and they're going to be able to hit a fastball because everybody's seen those fastballs nowadays. So we'll see what kind of adjustment she makes later on in the game.
Yeah, and I think right now, again, she's doing a good job. She just pitched another ball out of the zone for her to chase. Another one. Oh, foul ball. I got excited there with the drop third strike and a runner on third.
Yeah.
But they got a foul tip. So.
And she's battling right there. And what I liked about that is she, anything close. Last week we saw a couple batters strike out on some close pitches. And you just would like to see them be a little bit more aggressive.
Yes, I agree. And even last game, I was when they played at Muscleman, I personally thought Muscleman was looking at too many pitches. So to see them come out swinging right away is just fantastic.
Yeah, and then Washington had a different pitcher on Monday night.
Yeah. And there's there's an off-speed, left it hanging way up in the zone, which we do not want. She got lucky that was too high and out of the zone there.
So now we have a 4 count.
Yep.
32. Payoff pitch, strike 3. And that was a battle right there. But, even though she struck out, she allowed her teammates to be able to see a couple pitches to allow them to get more comfortable. And this is a freshman right here, Cameron Mallow. And she's hit a couple bombs this year. She's going to be special, the freshman catcher from Muscleman. Ball to the outside, 1-0.
Yep, and back to what you were saying, this is Chloe Constantino, who's actually just named EPAC Player of the Year, and she's done a phenomenal job this season. I have been surprised, I guess, to see how much she's grown from last season to this season, especially being behind a stud pitcher like Maddie Ruffner, and to just come out here and really step up for Washington. So congratulations to her.
Yeah, and to be a junior, to realize that this confidence can actually propel her into a stronger senior season, that bodes well for the Washington Patriots, and it's her confidence, going forward. Strike 2, it'd be a 2-2 count. And it's amazing just to see the batter's eye for different, people are seeing the ball differently. The last hitter It seemed like she was seeing the ball very, very well, but Mallow, as soon as she struggled to see anything from Constantino right there.
Yeah, she was struggling a little bit right there, but, that was her first at bat, and Constantino gave her, I think she swung at 3 rise balls there, so
Yeah.
balls up in the zone she's chasing.
So now we have 2 outs, the runner is still at third, and we have Ellie Sloan at the plate. And this could be a very pivotal point in the game. And you lead off triple. If you strain her off of 3 strikeouts, that could really
that's a big
mess with the morale.
Swing. Yep, that's a big momentum swing. The momentum was definitely in Muscleman's favor there with a leadoff triple. And the batters behind her have to follow up, whether it's a hit to the right side, a ball in play anywhere, a bunt up to first base, scores Lydia McClintock. I mean, I'm a big fan of the small ball game, so I'll preach on that all day.
Yeah, me as well. And just make the defense make a play.
Make the defense make a play. Balls in play, score runners, strikeouts do not.
1-2 count, top 1. Rise ball outside, 2-2. And, last game, there's a couple of times there, I spoke to some of the my coworkers during the game, and there was a pivotal point for Jefferson where they actually had a runner on.
Let's see if
they actually had a runner on third base, and it was 1 out, and everyone was expecting the bunt, but they allowed her to swing away, and that base hitter struck out. Next one grounded out, and you didn't get any runs.
Yep. I know Coach Savannah's listening right now. Her and I had discussed that over and over again on what we wish we could have done differently. But you know what? That's her first time out there with a lot of pressure, being the only coach out there, and so everybody has to have a lesson learned. And that would have been nice to take advantage of that.
Yeah, this is number 5, Molly Rutherford, the 5-hole hitter. So Muscleman has done a good job this inning, actually getting through the first 5 batters. Let's see if they can actually get a base hit and get a run to go across. Pitch outside, 0-1. And we call these high-stress innings when you have to throw multiple pitches, you face so many batters, and you have runners in scoring position. High-stress innings, they actually do a little bit of wear and tear on you emotionally and physically. Another strike 2, 1-2, 2 outs. Constantino back on the mound. She rears back. Strike 3. And at the end of the top of the first, Muscleman strands runners on first and third. 0-0. This is Akeem Holmes and Des Wagers from Home Team Sports TV.
We have 2 locations conveniently located in Kernersville and Martinsburg. Our mission is to be the leading provider of higher quality care and education services for children ages 6 months to 12 years of age. We provide the highest quality child care available at an affordable cost. For more information, contact us at 304-901-2961.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
We're back at Washington Patriots Field where we have the Muscleman Appleman stranding 2 runners at the end of the top half of the first. And now we have the Washington Patriots up to bat with the Fairmont State commit Gabby Bibb leading off. What are your impressions of Gabby? What were your strategies when you were facing Gabby as a coach?
Number 10, Gabby is one of the toughest leadoff hitters that we have had to face. She can swing, she can slap, hard slap, soft slap, and drag bunt. So she is definitely a threat at the plate. I mean, we would even literally run our practices around having Gabby Bibb up to bat and runners in certain situations. That's how big of a threat she is.
And, you know, in being a baseball player, I've never really had the fundamental to be able to run and slap the ball. Tell us a little bit how difficult that is to do. And have you tried to ever turn one of your hitters into a slap hitter?
That is, it is not easy. And, oh, wow, good play by the left fielder there. That ball, Gabby being a left-handed hitter is going to tail kind of back. She's running right because the ball was hit in between the gap, but it's going to tail back to her. So way to hang on to it there. Back to your question, I think, my gosh, one of our earlier years, some of our faster players you might try to turn into a slap hitter or something like that. But you have to really have an eye for it, and it really starts off by being a good, hitter from the get-go. You got to be able to see the ball.
And this is number 2, Carly Constantino. Sir.
Yes, so this is Carly Constantino, who is the designated player. So she'll just be hitting for Washington today. But in Game 1 of the regional finals, she had started the game, pitched 2 innings, I believe, and then Zoe Kesterson came in to close out the game.
And that ball is high. 1-2 count. And Ellie is a senior. She's been Muscleman's lead pitcher for the last couple of years. How difficult was it facing Ellie, in the last couple of years?
Yeah, Ellie's been in the pitching rotation, I think, since she was a freshman, mixing her and Sarah Munson together. They both, neither one of them throw with incredible speed, but they can put good spin on the ball. So if you can put good spin on the ball, you're going to induce pop-ups, which we just saw one. But the problem is, if you don't have enough speed and you miss your spot by not getting that spin on the ball, then it's hard hits.
It's just like right there. I think what happens is when you have that pitching ability. Excuse me, I'm sorry. When you have that pitching ability, you're effective for the first few innings, and then once they start timing you, and that's what I've noticed about some of the games that she's pitched. The first 2-3 innings, she can go through 1-2-3, 1-2-3, but around the 4th or 5th inning is when teams start to catch up to her just a little bit.
Yep. And I would agree with that. And the same thing with Constantino. I mean, she has decent speed, but she's not blowing it by everybody. But she can hit her spots and really put some good spin on the ball. Yeah. So,
and this is something that I really want to see over the summer. Her really work on is at the plate. She's real strong, and you can tell that she can have a lot of power. But it's just baseball is like it's the most difficult sport to play. Once you make a few mistakes, and your mechanics get thrown off, and next thing you know, you're in a slump for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I would like to see Chloe Constantino kind of make a comeback year next year with her hitting. She is such a strong hitter. I remember in past seasons. She was one of the only girls that were giving us a problem, and it must have been maybe her freshman season. I can't recall. But everyone has a tough season every once in a while, and it is what it is, and you just use it to make it grow. So.
And Courtney Greenfield with the base hit. Now you have runners on first and second with the catcher Morgan Cave at the plate. Cave with the first pitch. strike one. And one thing about Muscleman is Cameron Mallard has a very, very strong arm. So you don't really think that Washington's going to play too much on the base pass. 0-1 count. She hits the ball, pop up to the second baseman. She's caught off by the shortstop, and that will be the end of one. We have the Muscleman Appleman 0, the Washington Patriots 0. This is Akeem Holmes and Des Waiters for Home Team Sports TV. We'll be right back.
Don't cut corners. You go for top quality. But what about when your death depends on it? Same thing. That's why I've arranged my funeral plan with Rosedale. I pay a lump sum now, or in installments, and the cost of the services for my plan are fixed forever, no matter how much prices go up. So when the day comes, I know I have helped my family with the cost of the funeral that I have chosen, and everything has been arranged by Rosedale.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
We are back at Washington Patriots Stadium, where we have the Muscleman Appleman and the Washington Patriots tied at 0 at the end of one. Now we have up number 6, Marissa Washer. Let's see the adjustments the pitchers make in the second time going through. Typically that first inning, especially in a championship-style game, the nerves are a little high. Muscleman started off with a triple. Let's see how Chloe kind of calms down and settles into the game like she did last week. First pitch, ball's high, 1-0 count. Now, if you're the coach of Muscleman, what are you telling your hitters when you're facing someone like Chloe?
Well, she throws this rise ball a lot, tries to get them to chase. She lives on rise balls and outside pitches. So we just got to be knowing what to expect, what pitches to be looking for in certain situations. And I'm a huge fan of first pitch strikes. So if it's freaking there, take it for a ride. Yeah, I was always a first pitch fastball hitter. I didn't like taking pitches, especially if people are always taught and trained to make sure you get a hit on the count. So typically that first pitch is going to be the best pitch you're going to get. Pop up. And right out of my reach. Shush. 1-2 count. And, what I've liked is, just like you said earlier, she's not blowing anyone away. Everyone has pretty much had some confident at bats outside of maybe one. Hit back to the pitcher. Over the first, 1 down. We have number 13, Kaylee Newland, the designated player, coming up. Well, she's a lefty.
Number 13, Kaylee Newland.
Yep, we got a lefty here, so I'm interested to see if Constantino can stay on the left side of the plate as well as she does on the right side of the plate.
Yeah. And, when you get to stage, so you get down to, the end of the season, if a coach actually does a lot of good research and actually does a good amount of scouting, sometimes you start to see, even if a player didn't start the whole season, they'll put 3 or 4 left-handed bats in the lineup simply just because they know will throw a pitcher off.
Yep, and actually you see that a lot at the collegiate level. There are some teams that turn their right-handed hitters into left-handed hitters just because it's a little more difficult. At that level they should, be better facing both left and right-handed pitchers, batters.
For sure. Now you have a 2-1 count. Constantino with the first strike of the at-bat. Let's see if she's made that mental adjustment right here. Another strike. And what it is you see her now pounding the inside, which is the outside against a right-handed batter. So kind of what you just said, Des, is coming to fruition.
Right, and just as a batter there, she took 2 balls and then saw the the one strike. And I mean, looked at two of them in the same exact spot. That's just not what you want. And you have to anticipate after throwing two balls and coming back with a strike that she's going to come back to the same exact place because the pitcher is down in the count.
Yeah. And if you're a designated player, you're a designated hitter, then you would like to see Newland be a little bit more aggressive.
Absolutely.
Right there. 2 down. Ball outside. 1-0. So, yeah, you just want, you don't want to strike out with the bat on your shoulders.
No.
So we have a 1-0 count. Constantino to Kaylee Wilson.
All right.
Ball high and outside.
Here we are in the same situation, 2-0 here. So she should be looking for a strike. If it's close to the zone, this is a good pitch to swing at. If not, if you're going to take it, then just know she's going to come back with strike 2 after.
And if you're my 8-hole hitter, I want you to be extremely patient. She's going to have to come and throw 3 straight strikes to me simply because you have your 9-hole hitter next. You get a chance to turn the order all over again. So, you just want her to be smart.
Yep, especially with the 3-0 here. We got to know we're holding on this pitch. And see, there we go. So we got a runner on 1.
And now we will have the 9-hole hitter, number 2, Sydney Elwanger. Sid the Kid, Home Team Sports TV. Sid's been working with us for the last couple years. She's been amazing. We definitely miss her. We're going to miss her next year when she goes off to WVU. So we had to make sure that we got to broadcast the game for Sid. Win, lose, or draw, we get an interview with Sid at the end of this game. That's our homie right there.
Here we go.
All right. Chloe Constantino to Sydney. First pitch. Ball low and inside. And the 9-hole hitter is typically another leadoff. They have that very similar mindset, so Sydney's not going to swing any bad pitches.
Yeah, this is where, we've just talked about not really taking pitches, but Constantino's just throwing 5 balls in a row, so we do want to be patient.
Oh, Sydney smacks the ball over the center field, left field, and it is caught. And that will be the end of the top half of the second. It's a loud out. Muscleman with 0 runs through 2. This is Keem Holmes, Des Waiters from Home Team Sports TV. We'll be right back.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
Neon Moon Tavern is under new ownership.
We are back
So if you're
at
looking for a place
Washington Patriots Stadium, where we have a 0-0 game in the bottom half of the second inning. We have number 6, Anna Sedlock, the shortstop. And we noticed this last week. She chokes up from the beginning, so she's more of a control hitter, not really worried about power, just more about contact. And let's see if Sedlock can start this Washington attack off right now.
Yeah, Sedlock is also actually very quick. You'll see her. She's always in the front of the box, whether she's hitting or bunting. So she'll sneak that bunt in there on you. I don't anticipate this at bat, but maybe we'll see it later in the game, depending on how the score is.
Yeah, situational hitting is definitely a big part of high school sports. And Nellie Sloan with 3 straight balls. And, obviously the statistic was debunked in the first at bat when they got a triple and didn't score. But typically, if you walk the first batter, that run comes around and actually scores. So let's see if Ellie can lock back in and make her earn to get on base right now and not give her a free pass.
Yeah, and this is where, as a pitcher, you just have to be confident in the defense, and the defense has got to be behind you because she's obviously down in the count now, so she has to throw to the batter.
Yeah, she fought back with 2 straight strikes, and now it's going to be the payoff pitch, 3-2. And, you anticipate that Sloan's going to want to stay in the zone. With the speedy Sedlock, at the plate, you really don't want her on base. So, you're probably going to get one of her best pitches right here. And that's a little close. That's a little close to take right there.
Good miss, I guess. Came back in a little low and inside, I suppose.
All right, and right now you have number 9, Taylor Decker, the lefty for the Washington Patriots, with Sedlock on first base.
Now batting.
And
right fielder,
same similar
9,
situation that we had earlier. Let's see if she's able to adjust to the left-handed batter, and that's the first pitch strike. And I just.
Safe.
Now batting first baseman number 18, Zoe Kesterson.
It's okay. I think we're back. All right. Let's see. So, Decker hit a very slow ground ball to the shortstop, and she tried getting the lead out at second. But again, Sedlock is fast, and it was a very slow ground ball. So she's safe over there at second. So now we have runners on first and second, and we have Zoe Kesterson up the bat. No outs here.
If I'm not mistaken, last game Zoe hit a bomb.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She had a home run. I can't recall what the runner situation is.
Yeah, it was in the 6th inning. I think the score was 3-1, and she hit a 2-run homer and make it 5-1. And that was the final 2 runs of the game. But she crushed it, and that's when I sent the group chat that she did the craziest gritty I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, she was celebrating there.
So if everybody got that footage, please send it the home team's way. Definitely would love to, to see that again. We have a 3-1 count. Runners on first and second. And you can tell that Sloan's being a little bit careful with her right now.
Yep. Came back with the ball in the zone, fouled it straight back. So, I mean, she's on it.
Yeah, she's seeing the ball real well right now. And, she connects. You can definitely tell it's going to come with a little bit of pop. 3-2 count. Sloan hits on third base, and they'll get through. Then we'll have our first run of the game. And right there, I don't want to be too judgmental, but you would like to see her get a little dirty right
Yeah,
there.
you got to get dirty. You got to get dirty. I mean, she was playing a little far off the bag there. You need to be about a glove length away from the foul line so that, if it's right on the foul line, we're diving and catching the ball.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little bit better effort there. But
yeah, it wasn't hit. To me, this wasn't hit hard enough really to get through. At least if you dive, you can bat. You keep the ball in the infield, and that runner doesn't score.
Yep, and with the runners on first and second, if she dives and even stops the ball, put a potential out right there also. Yeah. So, all right, look, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Munza right here. Now, I hope she doesn't prove me wrong here, but one of the best 9 hitters in the area by far. By far. I'm so happy to see such a productive number 9 hitter out here.
And right there, she unselfishly gets the button down and she gets on. And I don't know if you watched our last broadcast, but we spoke about her so much.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, she was highly impressive, and what I told Coach O at the end of the game is, and this is my personal opinion, and people can judge me if you want, but I said, maybe 1 through 5, in totality, Jefferson had a strong lineup, but it was Washington's 1 through 9 that was the difference. Washington had a strong 1 through 9, where their 9-hole hitter was making Becca work. Whereas with Chloe, unfortunately that last game, 6 through 9 struck out a lot.
Yeah, and, to be successful, softball is a team sport for a reason. Here we go, play at the plate. Oh, golly.
And, I think it was one where they actually just kind of wanted to minimize the damage a little bit, where, if you throw the ball home and she beats it, next thing you know, it's still bases loaded with no out, so...
Yeah, that's true, because I think she was probably playing regular depth there, so understandable.
So now...
And here's more small ball. Got to get the out at first here. There's no reason. There we go.
And now you have second and third, and you have Chloe coming up. And this is what we talked about the last time. We'll see if she can help herself. Be a little bit more aggressive at the plate. And, if you put the ball into the outfield, you'll get 2 runs. Next thing you know, you have a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, exactly. And Chloe's a hitter. Chloe's a big hitter. Maybe she struggled a little bit this year, but this is what you want right here for her. Runners on second and third.
She smokes the ball.
Smokes it, right?
And it gets past the center fielder, and she's going to get a triple most likely on this play right here. She's pretty fast as well, so she might even score. I'm just sending her. Let them make a play, and she's actually going to get an inside-the-park home run, and Chloe Constantino clears the bases in Washington with the 5-0 lead on the inside the park home run. She was scooting.
Yeah, she was. And, this is just going to show the difference between Washington and Muscleman right here. Washington coming through the second time through their lineup is jumping on the ball. Muscleman's going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to answer back.
Now batting number 4, Courtney Greenfield.
And one of the things is you never can underestimate the mentality of a senior playing potentially their last game, the fight that they're going to have. Muscleman is not going to go down quietly.
Yep, that's true. That is true.
Another fly ball in the center field. She makes the catch. And, the last at bat, when Chloe hits the ball, and you see it as kind of like a low line drive sinker. At that point, I get one to dive because we just spoke about how we wish the third baseman would dove, but that is where your aggression worked against you at that point.
Yep, and that's something that we would work on with our outfielders constantly is when is the right scenario to dive and when is not,
Yeah.
Outfielders are the last line of defense, so if it's coming in hot and you miss it, just what happened is what's going to happen. The ball is going to go by, and your outfielders other outfielders have to back you up, and it's just so difficult. So.
And unfortunately, I think when you watch that film, I didn't see anyone do the backup really until the ball got behind
until
her.
It's behind them. Yeah, typically they're jogging, and not just that, but the ball was coming in
she laced it
fast to her. There was no time to react. And the only thing is, if you are going to dive or go low, you have to try and also keep your body in front of it. If you do the side step, then the ball's definitely getting by you. But we have to remember these are high school athletes. They're not professionals, and these are things that girls don't necessarily think about. You have to go out of your way to coach these things so that they know what to do in certain situations, because they're not faced with them every single game.
And something else, a lot of what we talk about is in the mind of someone who played the game, but we're older now, so we're a little bit more cerebral. Because obviously, 14, 15 years old or 16 years old, you're diving for the ball.
Right. Yep. And
it is what it is.
And the opposite, we would be having the opposite conversation right now. If she would have caught the ball, she would have been number 1 best play ever. Exactly. But since it went by her, we're kind of pointing out the mistake. So.
That's why we're in the booth.
Yeah.
That's why we're in the booth and they're playing the game. And for these two teams to be in the regional finals, and they had an amazing season. So let's see how Muscleman comes out right here. They have transitioned to the top of the lineup. Lydia with the triple the last time, and let's just see if she can continue to have a hot bat.
Yep. So this is a good place to pick off, especially after a rough inning. So let's hope Muscleman can get a little momentum here and at least score a couple runs. Oh, and Chloe Constantino coming out with a changeup for Lydia McClintock, who just had a leadoff triple. That's tough. That's smart. Smart pitch call.
I like that. I like that a lot. And that right there just lets me know that she's thinking and she's evolving as a pitcher right there. So then she comes back right there. And, Chloe, I've really been really impressed with her. Since seeing her the first game versus Jefferson when they brought her in around the 4th or 5th inning, and she kind of settled that game down a little bit for Washington. And from that point on, she's been the go-to pitcher for Washington.
Yep, she's been doing a fantastic job this season. And, again, with Maddie Ruffner being their top pitcher for the past 4 years, just to come, see Constantino step up and fill in the gap. She's doing a great job. And their other pitchers, I mean, they have Carly Constantino who can pitch as well, Zoe Kesterson who has been on the mound, and Carly Crowder has been on the mound. So they're working a good pitching staff rotation here.
Yeah, and I think that obviously you don't see it much. You see it more in softball than obviously in baseball. You're not allowed to do it, but I would just like to see teams use more than one pitcher so that other teams don't get so comfortable with your ace.
Yeah.
That's fouled off right there.
Absolutely, and that's something. Being on the outside looking in now, even what would have been my plan for coaching Jefferson this season would have been to use their pitching staff together more.
Yeah,
starting a game with Brooke Allen, closing with Becca Munslow, starting a game with Jersey, closing with Brooke, starting with Jersey, closing with Becca.
Yes.
When you can get a pitching staff to really work together as a team and understand, it's not a competition between the three of them. They're on the same team and they're going to work together to get victories. It's going to take you a long way.
Yeah, and, actually I had a conversation about that today, when talking about the broadcast, and it was very similar to what you said. I was like, man, if I'm Jefferson, I'm going to start someone and put Becca in maybe the 3rd or 4th inning. And, I don't know. I just feel like if you see someone that many times, eventually.
And there's the changeup again, and she was ready for it.
And
that's a great job, Lydia McClintock, expecting her to come back with a changeup there. So great job.
And Lydia, she's tough. She's had some 2 tough at bats.
Number 12, Grace Hostetler.
And I think that's just one of those things where, Chloe, she did the right thing. She switched her pitches up, but sometimes good hitting can beat good pitching. Runner on first base, 1-0. And if you're a pitcher, and there's just a hitter that doesn't matter what you do, they just having good at bats. What does that do to the psyche of a pitcher?
It's just tough. Sometimes I think, I don't know. I guess just kind of depends on what type of player that you are and how tough you are mentally.
Yeah.
Because especially if in sectional and regional playoffs, you're playing the same teams back to back. So obviously, game 2s are going to start seeing you more often. So you're going to be throwing a lot more. A good inning. What we strive for pitchers is to throw anywhere between 13 and 15 pitches. That's a good inning. If you're throwing more than that, then the batters are really working you.
Yeah, because you start getting to those 20, 21 pitch, the 20 to 25 pitch innings. Around the 5th inning, you're at 100 pitches, and if that's 20. That's if you get 20 pitches. But if you're at 25, around the 4th inning, you're already at 100 pitches. So. It's just definitely, Muscleman they've really made Chloe work today. I guarantee you she's at around 50, 55 pitches right now.
Yeah, there are a couple high count at bats here. Oh, that ball might be. She got it. I thought it was coming over to us.
And I'll tell you straight up, as a hitter, that's the worst. That is the worst. When you get out on a foul tip, you feel like a cheat at bat. And then the thing about baseball, and it's funny because I had this conversation with my son the other day. I said, what's the most frustrating thing about baseball? And he said, when you mess up at the plate, but you have to wait an hour to get it, to get another chance again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes baseball so great, because mentally and emotionally, you have to be able to battle and control your emotions and temper your emotions so that you can stay locked into the game. You got a freshman up again. She smacks the ball this time, and she's seen the ball a lot better this at-bat than that first at-bat.
Yeah, the last time she was swinging and missing. Right now we got 2 foul balls right off the bat, so that's good. But we did just see Constantina work that outside and come back in. I anticipate maybe a rise ball.
Yeah, I'm thinking
maybe
a
rise ball here. That's what she really likes to go to, or something outside off the plate. And there it is.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm thinking rise ball, try to blow it past her. I mean, the last time it worked, so.
Well, and especially for someone who's swinging so big, you put that rise ball high and inside. I mean, it just looks like a meatball that you can take for a ride, but it's rising, and you're swinging underneath of it, and it's a swing and a miss. So.
For sure. And Mallow just had such an amazing season as a freshman. There's a lot of very, very talented young freshmen this year around the EPAC, and I think a lot of that is due to these kids playing travel ball a lot more early. So
it's always nice to see some good freshmen come in and just make sure we're kind of rejuvenating the team here. And that's going to be a drop third strike, but there actually is no play at first base, so she actually should not have thrown that ball down there because there was a runner on first.
Yeah, she's out. But, unfortunately, for Muscleman, there was a runner on first because she threw the ball high and she came off the bag, so she would have been safe. But sometimes that's just a luck. So now we have the pitcher Ellie Sloan at the plate with a runner on second. Let's see if she can get a base hit and get this run in.
Yep, and she was walked last time, but she was walked after coming out with 2 strikes. So here she is swinging early in the count again, and that was a good pitch to swing at. So
that one had a little bit more pop to it. Then she's been a little bit harder than she's been throwing all night. Another pitch, and maybe she's starting to warm up right now because our last couple pitches, we had a little bit more zip on it. And we have an 0-2 count, 2 outs, top half of the third inning. Muscleman with a runner on second base.
Yeah, we'd really like to see Sloan get a base hit out. Oh, man, gosh, chasing that ball. But she had an 0-2 count, so I understand why. But, yeah, we'd like to see maybe something in the gap between left and center, center and right. Center and right would be good. Score McClintock here. They just got to really get on the board after that tough inning they had.
Well, yeah, because if you get out of this inning and it's 5-0, Washington comes in and they throw another good, strong inning, and next thing you know, you're in a real uphill battle at that point.
Yeah.
Constantina Sloan, she smacks it to right field, and that would be a fair ball.
Perfect.
And that was exactly what you just said that they needed. And that is good hitting by Ellie right there.
Yep, it was good. Constantina was going on the outside, and she took that ball to the outside where a lot of hitters fail. We saw this earlier. I can't remember. It was the ground out to the pitcher. She threw the pitch on the outside, and the girl tried pulling it, which was an easy ground out to the pitcher. But instead, Sloan went with the pitch and scored a run there. So that's great.
I wish more people would embrace opposite field hitting. Good opposite field hitters always have the highest batting averages because there's really no pitch that they can't get, and it also shows a lack of selfishness at that point because you're not trying to do too much. You're just trying to do what you're supposed to do.
Yep. And I mean, your job as a batter is to protect the plate and ultimately, try and get a hit.
Yeah, that was a rise ball right there.
That was rough.
So now you have 1-2 count. Muscleman just gets on the board, 5-1, top half of the third.
Come back with a rise ball high and inside right here. There it is, swinging.
And that really wasn't that wasn't the best at bat right there. But at the end of the top half of the third, we have the Washington Patriots leading by 4, 5-1. It's the King Holmes and Des Waiters, Home Team Sports TV.
Under new ownership. So if you're looking for a place to go to enjoy live music, the area's top DJs and great food, all in a fun and safe environment, then we are the place for you. Our friendly bartenders and fantastic kitchen staff will take great care of you. Find us at 4529 Shepherdstown Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia, or give us a call at 304-260-4002.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Smith.
Hi, we're back with Home Team Sports at the Washington Muscleman Regional Championship Series Game 2. We got Washington up 5-1 in the bottom of the third. We got Morgan Cave leading off here in the third, and last time she had to pop out to the shortstop. It was actually that high fly ball right behind second base that was in the sun, Washington's field. My gosh, all the outfielders are facing the sun. Make sure you have your hat, your sunglasses. I mean, shoo, blind you out here.
And we were just talking about how, like, the field doesn't hold water very well. You know, the picture that you seen in the field yesterday, so to be able to see the field as playable as it is today, we really want to give a shout-out to the grounds crew at Washington High School for getting this field ready for this regional championship game.
Yeah, they did a great day. They did a great job because today is an absolutely beautiful day to be playing softball. And unfortunately, I think it's calling for more rain the rest of the week, so they had to squeeze this one in for sure.
You know, the worst thing as an adult is when you spend the week, you know, with decent weather, and then all of a sudden on the weekend, you know, you get crappy weather.
Yep.
A can of corn to the center fielder, and I don't know if the sun is still playing tricks, but that ball almost popped out of her glove right there.
My goodness. Yeah, that ball almost popped out of her glove. Give me ex-coach, give me a heart attack over here. But yeah, I mean the sun, and then also she's feeling the ball to the side of her, and so you know sometimes stuff happens. But.
And Anna led off that last inning to start that 5-run outburst by getting on base. So I know Washington fans would love to see a repeat of that. Muscleman fans would just love to see her go down.
Look, and there's that bunt again. Let's see. She's going to be safe.
And she's so fast.
They weren't ready for
and
that.
this is where the debate happens. You know,
a bunt for a hit with nobody on. That's fantastic.
But it's just so, I don't know. It's crazy because it was a beautiful bunt. So let me first give her credit for that. But the base paths are so short. The base paths are so short that, you know, when you have good speed on softball, I mean, you are brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's really not much you can do. I mean, she did it that ball right in front of the plate.
Yeah, I definitely think the short game, the small ball is look, and this is just good heads up coaching, base running. We got a lefty hitter, which makes it difficult for the catcher to see what's going on with the runner at first. So
and it made her double pump a little bit.
Yep. So, and as we said before, Sedlock is fast. Surprisingly fast. Sneaks one in on you.
A 1-1 count. Ball high, 2-1. And I've seen Decker have some strong swings, but her strongest swings that I've been able to see have all been foul balls. So that's a little bit of timing right there. That's a little too early.
Yeah.
So let's see if she can, you know, get some power on and get this timing down.
She came back in on her foul tip, and Mala hung on to that, so that's a good job by the catcher because in a drop third strike scenario, this time first base is open, but you don't want the runner advancing to third either, so that's a good job.
So now you have up number 18, Zoe Kesterson. And Zoe's been seeing the ball real well the last couple of games.
Yep, and this is last time she had that hard ground ball to third base. So left side needs to be ready. It does look like she's...
And she just smokes that right there.
Yep.
The left fielder goes back. She camps under it, and that's a great read right there from the left fielder. And that will be the end of 3. We have the Washington Patriots 5, the Muscleman Appleman 1, Keem Holmes and Des Waiters for Home Team Sports TV. Right
At
back.
this time, the Lady Patriots would also
served the Eastern Panhandle since 1869, a family-owned business with locations in Martinsburg on South Queen Street and Charlestown on South George Street. We are able to serve all your insurance needs. Being an independent agency, if we can't do it, nobody can. Call us today for affordable insurance.
Here at the barn, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown alongside their bridesmaid and their family. Stop by to meet your stylist today to find an affordable gown, and we do offer layaway.
Hey, Home Team sports fans, thank you.
And we're back. Let's see, that was a scoreless third inning there, so this should be top of the 4th. They haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Top of the 4th, and who are we leading off with?
Number 6.
Miss Washer.
Yep.
And she grounded out to the pitcher last time, and actually that was what I was talking about before.
Number 6, Marissa Washer.
On that outside pitch, you know, she was early or rolled her hands too early, grounded out to the pitcher instead of taking it to the outside. Oh, and she squares for a bunt, first pitch.
And what I would like to see a little bit more from Chloe is, you know, when you get down towards the end of the lineup, pitch to contact and let your defense work and actually save some of those pitches on your arm. You know, you don't want to really have to go for the strikeout all the time. Just pitch to weak contact and let the defense do a little bit of work.
Squares a second time.
And I think the mechanical adjustment that I would make right there is when you see Anna, you know, she kind of was, you know, she had a good base and she, you know, put the bunt down where she's trying to move and put the bunt down. And I think that's causing the level of the plane is causing some tricks. And now she strikes out and it's a quick 3 pitch at bat.
There's that, and then also if the coaching staff
now
is
batting number 13,
anticipating the bunt again, she just got 3 straight rise balls. Yeah. So if you have to think the ball's moving up, your bat's angled, so it's automatically going to go off the top of the bat and backwards.
For sure.
Okay, there we go, Miss Newland. That's what we want to see. The DP coming out. You know, she's taking advantage of this. Last time she had 3 strikes looking. They come back to the outside pitch, and she takes the first swing, so that's good.
And I guarantee you Coach Fallon told her, hey, be a little more aggressive. This is the reason why you're in here right now. Go out there and have fun.
Yeah.
And Fallon Brown
that's what I was about to say.
Coach of the Year.
I was about to say, speaking of Coach Fallon, congratulations to her.
You know, she's in the family as well. Her and my cousin had welcomed a baby this year. Congratulations to both her and Donnell.
Yes, congratulations. Speaking of babies, shout out Delaney Waters. Mommy loves you. If you're still awake.
Now batting number 15.
Hey, DJ, put in the bid. So 2 quick strikeouts for Chloe, and now we have number 15, Kaylee Wilson, at the plate.
She walked last time with 4 straight balls, actually.
And Chloe's kind of locked in right now. Let's see.
Yep, Chloe's doing a good job.
Let's see if she can finish this off. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Top half of the 4th. Another strike. 0-2. And this will be a 9-pitch inning if she gets this strike right here. Or a 10-pitch.
Yeah, I got 9-pitch. If she gets this strikeout right here, 9-pitch inning. Look at that.
9
Weigh in.
Bam,
You
bam,
called
bam.
that.
Let's go.
Hey, and that's a fantastic inning. That's what we want to see. We freaking celebrate those in our dugout.
For
So.
sure. So we'll be right back at the quick commercial break.
Fans, thank you for tuning in tonight. We tried to get Patrick Mahomes and Jake here. They're a little bit busy, so you're stuck with Jared from State Farm in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We are thrilled to partner with Home Team Sports to bring you area high school football this fall and to continue to support our area student athletes. Thanks for letting us be a part of this. Your needs guide us. Your goals drive us. Jared Ferguson, State Farm.
Juwan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
Come Parker, work Parker, work Parker, work, 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 work.
Good. And we're back. It's bottom of the fourth, and we got Miss Munzer, best number 9 hitter in the area. Don't mean to offend anybody, but I am just so impressed with how much she's been producing at the end of the lineup here.
Now batting number 12, Addie Musser.
I mean, her Munzer and Bibb back-to-back, dangerous.
Yeah, and she has a very unorthodox batting stance where she actually has her one hand way higher than the other hand on the bat. Her hands don't touch.
Yep, that's interesting. I just noticed that. Look, coming out the gate swinging.
So I don't know if that gives her more bat control or what, but I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen some hitting coaches starting to teach that. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like a little bit more bat control, but not choking up all the way.
Yeah. But she's been a very difficult out, in the games that I've actually seen her play. So, whatever adjustment she's made or whatever she did is working.
Absolutely, yep. I haven't, obviously didn't get to watch them too much at the beginning of the year, but look, here we go, ball in play.
Central Camp Center this time, she was definitely seeing the ball very well right there. But, I mean, when your 9-hole hitter is capable of hitting bombs, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, exactly. And not just hitting bombs. I mean, she puts hard balls in play, hard ground balls, line drives, pop flies. But
10,
the big thing is she's putting balls in play. I cannot stress enough how important it is to put a ball in play rather than striking out.
And Gabby Bibb with the chopper back to the pitcher, and she is quickly erased, and it is 2 outs. And this is another potential quick inning for the Muscleman pitcher.
Yeah, I think she's only at 3 pitches right now. Golly.
Yeah. So now we have Carly Constantino.
Now batting number 2, Carly Constantino.
Yeah. And she had a line drive to right field in the first inning and a sacrifice bunt her last at bat. So obviously here she's looking to hit.
Well,
and another one right back to the pitcher. Oh my God.
And Ellie with the 1-2-3 inning. And that's the fastest 4th inning I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
But at the end of 4, we have the Patriots 5, the Appleman 1. We'll be right back at the quick commercial break.
Welcome to Cookies and Milk Child Care Center. We have 2 locations conveniently located in Kernersville and Martinsburg. Our mission is to be the leading provider of higher quality care and education services for children ages 6 months to 12 years of age. We provide the highest quality child care available at an affordable cost. For more information, contact us at 304-901-2961.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
All right, we're back at the top of the 5th. Washington 5, Muscleman 1. Starting off at the bottom of the lineup for Muscleman, Sydney. And let's see, what'd she do? She had a fly out to left field, her last at bat, so it'd be nice to see her get on and then come back to the top to Lydia McClintock, who's 2 for 2 right now. Muscleman has got to start getting on the board. Unfortunately, if you look at their history playing with Washington, they have not been scoring many runs. So, that's the problem here. And on the flip side, I know Washington has put up 5 so far. I think 3 of them was on that ball that got past the center fielder. But I'd really like to see them put up some more runs, too, because the winner of this region is going to go down and play Cabell Midland, and they are no joke. So
they already have a schedule.
The 3 other teams is Cabell Midland University and Greenbrier East. They didn't have as much rain as we did, so they got their games in. So those are the other 3 teams down at States, or that will be down
3
at States.
studs.
Yeah.
So actually, who took out John Marshall?
University. They lost to Morgantown and University, I believe.
So John Marshall was a tough.
John Marshall's a tough team. Also, yep, they have Ava Blake, who's signed with Marshall University. So, a lot of tough teams in the state this year. Lincoln County got beat, another tough team. Cabell Midland beat them. And then, obviously, Jefferson was beat by Washington. So, a lot of tough teams starting to be taken out in the region, which is good overall for softball. That means we have, a lot of more good teams in the state here.
And I think that what you're seeing is an ascension in girls sports right now.
Now batting number 4, Lydia McClintock.
Where, girls soccer, girls, basketball, and girls softball, track. You're seeing some very special athletes come through the EPAC, and, it's been kind of good to see. Elwinger goes down, and now we have number 4, Lydia McClintock, and she's been smoking the ball.
Yeah, and I agree with your statement, wholeheartedly. I'm just looking back to see how many female athletes have been sent to college to play after high school, and it's just, the numbers are growing so much, so.
Right there, you're seeing Lydia come up just a little bit on her swing. But she's seen the ball very, very well, hitting the ball really, really hard.
Number 12, Grace Host.
And I think what is a little bit lost right now is if Muscleman has another quick inning, this is potentially the last time we're going to actually have to see Lydia hit the ball. If she, with it being in the 5th inning, the ball is smacked to center field, center field camps under it, and that will be the end of the top half of the 5th.
Yep. And this was just a little bit, she's doing it bottom to top of the lineup here. But just what you mentioned earlier, she's pitching the contact with so much spin on the ball.
Yes.
Lydia's hit was a harder hit, just straight to the second baseman. But another pop out, she's pitching the contact and the defense is right behind her.
And that's just one thing that, I learned from my father, and pitching is essentially, what hitters, if you're a cerebral player, what players can hurt you and which ones aren't really seeing the ball well. So if you pitch the contact, you have a lot better chance to finish the game as opposed to someone who's pitching to strike out everybody all the time.
Yep, absolutely. And when you have a lead 5-1, that takes the pressure off your pitcher to be able to pitch in the zone a little bit more, to be able to pitch to contact and, not have, the opposing team breathing down their neck.
Yeah, sure. And if you're a Muscleman, you really want to see Sloan, because outside of one inning, Ellie's pitched amazing. So if you're a Muscleman, you want Ellie to continue that dominance. But if you're Washington, eventually you want to continue. You want to bust this game open and, kind of push yourself home. Now, if I'm not mistaken, in softball, it's not a 10-run rule; it's a 9-run rule.
8. So 8 and 5, and then in regular season they have 15 and 3, but that does not apply to the postseason. So it would be 8 and 5. So if
they get 4 runs,
if they were to get 4 runs here, that would be the game. Which I'm a little mixed. I don't want to see that in a regional playoff game, but at the same time, if Washington is ultimately going to finish this game as the winners and go down and play Cabell Midland, they need to bust the bats out now.
Yeah, because 5 runs is not beating Cabell Midland.
No.
And
see, that's a nice hard line drive right to the right fielder, it looked like. But she went with it. Hard line drive. And we were talking just a second ago, and Ellie is doing a fine job pitching, but the difference is, at least what I'm charting, Washington has no strikeouts right now. Ellie has no strikeouts against Washington, and Constantino has about 10. Yeah. So and again, that's the difference between the two pitchers, but also the teams as a whole. Kind of like what we were talking about when we were comparing Washington and Jefferson, what happened in the sectional game. Washington is hitting 1 through 9, putting balls in the field. So,
and I think what we're seeing is Ellie could be a really, really good relief pitcher for college.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily she has to start, but she can give you a long relief, or she can give you 2 to 3 good innings.
Now batting number 5,
as opposed to
Morgan
Chloe
Payne.
being a starter.
Yep, I would agree with that, and just, like we were talking about earlier, being part of a pitching staff and using rotations properly, so absolutely. And unfortunately, that has just very unfortunate for Muscleman to really only have Ellie. Yeah. I mean, she's pretty much their only pitcher, I think.
And I want to see who comes up next for them, because since we've started home team, it's been Ellie all 3 years. Mm-hmm. She smokes that ball.
Yeah, Morgan Cave just smoked another ball. Yeah, and
you would like to see Courtney. Courtney didn't get a really good.
Let's see if she can get her at third.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
She really wasn't paying attention right there because she had her gun out, and Courtney didn't get a good read of that because she could have easily scored. So that really wasn't the best base running from neither one of them. But she smoked that right there.
Yeah, she did. And, again, this
now
is...
Now batting number 6, Anna Sedlock.
Cave popped out twice up to the middle and up to center field, and then she hits a nice line drive to left field. So, again, just the difference between the two teams. Washington's putting balls in play 1 through 9. So
they're making hard contact as well.
Hard contact, and when you put the ball in play, it puts the pressure on the defense to make the play. Sure. Whereas if you're striking out, I mean, that's a gimme.
Yeah. We have a 2-0 count right now, and I think this is one of those high-pressure innings right now where, it's a 5-run lead. There's an 8-run mercy rule, so, you kind of you don't want her to get on base and turn this into a, crooked, we call it a crooked number. You don't really want to have any of those crooked numbers this inning. So it's 3-0 count.
Yeah, and she's just kind of
she
struggling.
Smokes the ball down there right there.
Yeah.
She scores. And right now, Ellie needs a timeout. Have one of her teammates come out there and talk to her. Let her know that we're behind you.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It'd be a good time for a timeout, whether it's from the players, the coach, whatever. She got hit back-to-back with a score. Then she throws 3 balls straight in a row. And then Sedlock is swinging on a 3-0 count.
Yeah.
Gets a base hit, so good for her.
Well, it's one of those things where I think where Coach O was pretty much saying what you were just talking about. If we're going to go down to the States and play Cabell Midland, hey, we're up 5. We need you.
Sure.
Yeah, go be aggressive and let's see what happens.
Yep, same type of thing. Yep, you have some room to give there. So
So it's 7-1, bottom half of the fifth. Washington leading by 6 over Muscleman.
Oh, and that's the first time I've seen. Oh my heavens! That's the first time I've seen Miss Decker kind of take an approach to a slap.
Yeah.
I don't really know if she actually slaps or if that's a little bit of a trick since the runner was stealing there. Let's see if she looks like she's just swinging away again. So.
Yeah. And I think that that's something that you probably would finagle with a little bit over the off season if she comes back next year. See if she's comfortable doing that.
I think she might be a senior, unless I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that.
And that's the first strikeout for Ellie Sloan. Big time strikeout right there. And now we will have number 18, Zoe Kesterson. And Zoe's been hitting the ball pretty hard tonight as well.
Yep, she had that hard ground ball to third base and a pop fly to left field.
18,
So
Zoe
she is
Kesterson.
definitely making good hard contact all to the left side. So, and there she comes swinging out the gate.
And I like how Ellie has stepped up to the challenge. These last two hitters, she's being very aggressive, attacking the zone. 7-1, 0-1 count. Sloan to Kesterson. That's a strike.
Yeah, I was surprised to see her take that. Just as aggressive as Kesterson has been, I was surprised to see her take that just a little bit low. Maybe she didn't like it.
Yeah. That's one of those balls you just drive through the infield.
And she comes back low in the zone again.
That was a great pitch right there.
Yes, it was a very good pitch.
So now you have an 0-2 count.
Look,
wasting the pitch right now?
You want to try and get this out right here because if Zoe Kesterson gets on base and Munzer's up to bat, it might be an 8-run rule.
So one more run actually would end this game. And you see Coach Fallon Brown come out there, and I think that's probably something that they're probably saying right now is, one, don't let them steal. Let's be aggressive. Make sure we make good pitches that we can actually pick up that base runner. And two, hey, we're fighting. This is potentially the last inning right now. So let's go out there and give everything we got.
Yep, this is just the time where you got to lock in, not give up. Give the effort.
Number 12, Addie Musser.
I haven't, been a huge fan of the effort I've seen out here tonight, but, this is it. So you got to really reel it in. And also just reminding the girls that, hey, the winning run is on first. She's the one we got to stop. So, just.
And I think that first pitch was a pitch out, so to speak, to see if Washington would try to be aggressive and get her to second.
Yep, very well could have been.
Let's see, we've talked about how well she's seen the ball and she's hit the ball hard, but she hasn't been able to get on base. Let's see if she can actually, get that base hit right here. So now we have a 1-2 count. Sloan, with one more pitch, can get out of this inning and allow Muscleman to get back up to the plate. She smacks the ball.
Yep, it's right in the gap right there.
And now you have the runner in scoring position for your Fairmont State commit, Gabby Bibb, right now.
Yep, and I would really like to see Bibb just swing away here.
Yes.
She has a lot of power behind her, and I can't see the right fielder right now, but a lot of times
number 10,
they
Gabby Bibb.
she's swinging away. She's up at the top front of the box.
She smacks
a rib,
the ball.
and that runs score.
And that's the game.
That should score. Oh, she held her up. Oh, my heavens. Look, they're not paying attention. Holy smokes. They can't fool around with these runners over here at second and the third. Good Lord. Oh, my heavens. Shoo-wee.
Maybe she wanted to see number 15. She's actually put it in a sub.
Yeah, she did just put it in the sub, so maybe. I've done that myself. We hold up runners sometimes to get an extra at bat if we need to here. Yeah. So that could very well have been what she was doing.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to end the game
now
right
that
there.
Is number 15, Kaylin Dean.
And pop up, and that will be the end of the inning. And at the end of 5, we have the Washington Patriots 8, the Muscleman Appleman 1. It's Akeem Holmes and Des Waiters for Home Team Sports TV.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
When your life depends on it, you don't cut corners. You go for top quality.
All right, and we're back at the top of the 6th inning here with a score 8-1 Washington.
Number 9, Cameron
and
Mallow.
we have Cameron Mallow starting off. She has 2 strikeouts, so we'd like to see her at least get a ball in play here.
She's a freshman pop
there we
up
go.
in between shortstop and left field. And that would be a quick out right there. And now we have the pitcher,
Now
Ellie
batting
Sloan.
number 3, Ellie Sloan.
And we'll see how Ellie does at the plate.
Yep, she had a walk her first at bat and a hit to right field to score the one run we have up on the board here. So
first pitch strike. 0-1.
And she's coming out aggressive. That's what we like to see. Like to see her lay off the high pitches. But anything in the zone, we want to try and attack.
And I'll tell you something as well. Sometimes when you are down a little bit, it takes the pressure off at the plate. You can go out there and be as aggressive as you want because you're pretty much playing with house money at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have an 8-1 lead. Constantino versus Sloan. 1-1 count.
And there's that high inside rise. She's been throwing all night.
Let's see if our producer, Slinker Jacobs, go get that ball, but I don't think that's going to happen right now. Looking like Valerie Jacobs. We have a 1-2 count. 1 out. Ball high, 2-2. And Des, we seen that last time where they wanted to get Kayla Dean a bat. As a pitcher, are you, doing some different things right now to see what might work next week? Oh,
yeah, in Constantino's situation, absolutely. Actually, I was kind of surprised to see her start. I thought maybe they would work their other pitchers in against Muscleman because they have been able to produce against them still. But in the same breath, Constantino does have to get ready for states, so they might just want to get her in the rhythm again. Seeing live batters and things like that, being in game time situation,
and not pitching on Monday as well. You kind of don't want her to have a full 2 weeks off before she pitches again.
Yeah.
And that was another pop up to the infield. Quick 2 down. And we have number 5, Miley Rutherford up.
Now batting number 5, Miley Rutherford.
And if I'm not mistaken, she has 2 Ks?
2 strikeouts. Yep, so just like we were talking about with Mallow, we'd like to see her at least put a ball in play here. And she's just, staying on that outside corner there for her.
She's just not seeing the ball well right now. Let's see if she can just have some more competitive at bats. And she's just blowing it right now, blowing it by her.
Yeah, this is tough right here.
And if you play baseball or you play softball, it happens. You go. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Yep.
And that's just a quick 1, 2, 3, and Chloe's feeling it right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's just in the groove right now. She's got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts. 11 strikeouts, which is she's just pitching really good right now. And like you said, she's in the groove, so she's sitting up there comfortable. And when she is not getting strikeouts, that rise ball is just working for her so well. We're seeing pop up after pop up. So she's just doing a great job. And actually, it looks like she might be our lead off.
Yeah. Pretty sure she is.
Yep. Looks like she might be our lead off here. I'd like to see her get a base. Well, she already had one base hit, but let's see if she can get another. She had that in the park home run, so to speak.
Every time I hear this song, I think about the Fresh Prince when Carlton and Will were doing this dance.
I don't know if any of these kids even see
that. No, they would probably not. They would probably not know anything about that.
Carlton who?
Carlton Banks. This, that's what I think of when I hear this song.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Ellie be able to finish this strong as well.
Yeah, I mean, her last, again, that inning she let up 3 outs, but she had one inning there where she only pitched 9-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a really good strong inning.
Yeah, Constantino had like a pitch inning, and then Ellie turned around and had did 7 or something like that. And on Ellie's side, she was inducing pop-outs, fly-outs. So, and that's just where you have to, again, we were talking about this at the beginning of the game. If you don't have the speed, you have got to stay under control with hitting your spots and keeping that spin on the ball.
Yeah.
The spin on the ball will just induce pop-out after pop-out.
Muscleman. We have a 0-1 count. Slowing the Constantino pitcher's battle. Hey, that's a good pitch right there.
Yep, and she battled that one off at the end of her bat there. And so this is the situation that you were just talking about that Sloan wants to be in. She got up on the batter 0-2 here. Now we know she's swinging away. She had 2 foul balls, but let's see if she can kind of try to place that one up out of the zone, but it just wasn't high enough. And Constantino threw her hands up there for a line drive ultimately. So,
and if you can get Constantino hitting the ball, then this Washington lineup changes to a different animal at that point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's the number 3 hitter for a reason. You got Gabby Bibb, who you're hoping to get up to bat, and there's Greenfield smacking the ball again. And they're going to double. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Man, they were set up there for a double play, and the dugout's kind of blocking me here. I guess the throw was a little off, or I don't know what happened there, but just little things like this that's been happening to Muscleman all game.
Now batting number 5.
Yeah, and I think
it's just killing them. It's letting Ellie having to face more batters getting hits with errors.
And I
just
think
a bad combination.
I think right there, the runner running back was a little bit of threw off the concentration of the first baseman.
Yeah, they maybe got in the way a little bit.
So now it's 8-1 in the 6th inning. Washington at bat with a runner on first base. Once again, if Washington scores one more run, this game will end due to the mercy rule.
That's a good
off-speed pitch by Sloan right there. But unfortunately, even when you do something, good, that happens. So now a base hit essentially can end this game right here.
Yep, and Morgan Cave had, I wrote safe at third. She had a triple-ish.
That's
I shouldn't say that. I think she got to third on the throw, maybe.
And now Ellie Sloan, one more at bat, can get Muscleman to the plate to have their final at bat to try to tie this game up.
Yep, and we have, is this Anna Sedlock? Yeah, she's up to bat with a bunt
Now
for a hit.
number 6,
and a hit, a ground hit up between the 5-6 hole last time on a 3-0 count.
0-1 count.
Yep, she turned on that.
1-2.
So this inning, Ellie's done a good job at getting these 0-2 counts. But again, both of them have been on hard foul balls.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So it just shows that the hitters are ready to hit.
Yeah, and I think, like, once again, it's like how we had a conversation about some other pitchers. When you've seen a pitcher so many times over the last 3 to 4 years, you know, these kids are just used to seeing what they're just used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to be effective, when you have pitched against the same team so many times. And that's where he said that, hopefully over the next couple of years you see teams develop staffs and, they won't expose their pitchers to so much. And that is the end of the inning. So at the end of the 6th inning, we have Washington leading Muscleman 8-1. Lakeem Holmes and Des Waiters for Home 2 Sports TV. We'll be right back.
You don't cut corners. You go for top quality. But what about when your death depends on it? Same thing. That's why I've arranged my funeral plan with Rosedale. I pay a lump sum now, or in installments, and the cost of the services for my plan are fixed forever, no matter how much prices go up. So when the day comes, I know I have helped my family with the cost of the funeral that I have chosen, and everything has been arranged by Rosedale.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
All right, we're in the 6th inning, top of the 6th. Muscleman leading off with number 6, Washer, and Washington is up 8-1 right now. Let's see, Washer had a ground out to the pitcher and a strikeout looking her last at bat. So let's see what she can hopefully produce something, especially in the bottom of the lineup. We'd really like to see some production from the bottom of the lineup here. It has been a struggle for them this season, but if they're going to pull it out, right now is the time.
So what we
Now
have,
batting number
6,
6
7, 8.
is the Washer.
Yep, 6, 7, 8.
Constantino, 8-1 lead. Top half of the 7th. Starts the inning off with the ball high, 1-0.
Yep.
And if you're a Muscleman, you just need base runners.
You need base runners. Yep. I think they've had a total of, it's going to be a ground out to the second baseman. I think they've had a total of like maybe 4
hits.
Maybe.
Now batting number 13, Kaylee Newland.
All right, and Miss Newland has 2 strikeouts as well. And again, we just need some production from the bottom of the lineup. Let's see, I don't know if it was maybe the 4th inning here. Chloe Constantino struck out the entire bottom of the lineup.
So, Des, being at the top of the 7th inning, Washington leading by, 7 runs right now. I think we can talk about who we think are the potential players of the game.
Oh, Chloe Constantino.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, what did I say before? 11 strikeouts, and she still has...
How many RBIs did she have
this inning to finish? Oh, is it the top of the 7th?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I said top of the 6th earlier. All right. And, yeah, she has, 3 RBIs? I think there was 2 runners on plus herself for the, in the park home run, I guess, so to speak.
So, yeah, I would agree with you right there. Another strikeout. And that would send Muscleman to his final out right now. Number 15, Kaylee Wilson.
Now batting number 15, Kaylee Wilson.
Yeah, but Chloe's just doing a phenomenal job, just working the zone, staying confident, placing the ball where she needs to be. That was a good pitch right there. I thought it was a ball, but I thought the umpire was going to call it a strike, which I wasn't going to be happy about. But he called it a ball. But excellent place to place that pitch. So
1-1 count.
And you see she comes right back with a strike.
And the thing is, if you're in the Muscleman dugout, you're just telling her to be comfortable, smile, and there's no 7-run home run.
Right. Yeah. At this point, you just have to relax, have fun, remember why you're playing. I mean, you produce your best when you're relaxed. So.
And it's high.
And she's doing a good job right now, not swinging at too much junk. She's got a 3-1 count, so that's what we like to see. We don't want to see us swinging out of our shoes right now.
Yeah. 3-1. Strike.
Yep.
And it'll be a full count. And right here, you just have to fight.
Yep.
Anything close.
And that's when, with it being 3-1, you got to know that she's looking to come back to you. That's close enough to the zone that maybe we should have been swinging at. But, yep, another rise ball.
Oh, with a rise ball. Strike 3. And the Washington Patriots are your regional champions with an 8-1 victory with a dominant performance by the junior Chloe Constantino. And this is Akeem Holmes and Des Wader for Home Team Sports TV. We will come right back and have our players of the game.
Welcome to Cookies and Milk Child Care Center. We have 2 locations conveniently located in Kernersville and Martinsburg. Our mission is to be the leading provider of higher quality care and education services for children ages 6 months to 12 years of age. We provide the highest quality child care available at an affordable cost. For more information, contact us at 304-901-2961.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
When your life depends on it, you don't cut corners. You go for top quality. But what about when your death depends on it? Same thing. That's why I've arranged my funeral plan with Rosedale. I pay a lump sum now or in installments, and the cost of the services for my plan are fixed forever, no matter how much prices go up. So when the day comes, I know I have helped my family with the cost of the funeral that I have chosen, and everything has been arranged by Rosedale.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
Neon Moon Tavern is under new ownership, so if you're looking for a place to go to enjoy live music, the area's top DJs and great food, all in a fun and safe environment, then we are the place for you. Our friendly bartenders and fantastic kitchen staff will take great care of you. Find us at 4529 Shepherdstown Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia, or give us a call at 304-260-4002.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry.
We are back at Washington Patriots Field, where we have the Washington Patriots winning the regional championship. But we are joined by a special guest, Sydney Ellwanger, who's been a huge part of home team over the last couple of years. And we've seen her grow up. We've seen her be selfless, sacrifice her time as a kid to come help home team build to what it is today. So we definitely wanted to get her on here today and her, her final softball game for Muscleman, and kind of talk to her a little bit about your experience and, your passion for Muscleman athletics and your passion for your community.
Okay, so I'm definitely a big community girl. I've grown up in the hallways of Muscleman my whole life. My first steps were at the football field, so it's all I've ever known. But our softball team is definitely like what holds it all together for me, because I see the other end on the video side with football. I do media for all the teams, but being able to actually play softball with all my friends, that's just like the icing on top.
Yeah, and we watched you last year, and then seeing you, towards the end of this year, you got a lot of power in your back right now. So, is there any thought of trying to play softball anywhere in college, or are you dead set on going to WVU?
Yeah, I'm pretty dead set on WVU. I never really there's people who come into the sport and they're like, I want to play at the next level. My whole career, life, it's always been, I want to play for fun. I want to play. I want to be around my team. I want to sing. Like, 7th inning, it was do or die, and I'm out there still singing. And I'm just trying to make everybody happy, because it's just a sport. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, so if you had anything to be able to tell, the next Cindy Owinger of the Muscleman community, what would you say to them?
That I'll say a prayer for you and your mental health. But definitely to just always smile. Always smile. Always try to make that little difference in somebody's day. Always keep your head up. Never let anything get you down. Just always live in the moment, because it goes by fast. And I know I can look back and say that there isn't anything that I didn't do. I tried to do everything I could, make all the memories I could. And so that's just my biggest advice.
So, Sydney, I definitely want to tell you, how proud we are of you. We wanted to make sure we did a game this year. I know it was hard, with all us having kids and playing different things and doing different things, and you being involved in so many different activities. But there would be no home team without you. So we're grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we will have now the player of the game, the superstar, Chloe Constantino, being interviewed by Ms. Des Waiters.
First off, congratulations. You're being named Home Team Sports Player of the Game. You had 13 strikeouts and an in the park home run. So tell us about that. How did that feel? Did you think you were going to make it there?
I'm not that bad. So when Coach O told me to go, I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when you're rounding third and Coach O was telling you to go, you're like, wait, actually?
Yeah.
Like, you really was sending me? Yeah, I feel you on that. Was not a fast runner at all either. Well, congratulations. It was a nice hard hit that you had. Nice line drive to the center fielder that just skipped right by her. So congratulations. Is that your first in the Parker?
With it, yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome. And not only have you been named Home Team Sports Player of the Year, but you were named EPAC First Team Player of the Year. How does that feel?
Feels really good.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. And you're a junior, correct?
Yes.
Yep. And so how does it feel this year really coming up and showing out for your team after being behind Maddie Ruffner for the past 2 seasons? I mean, she's obviously a stud, still a stud, out producing for Shepherd. And how have you learned? How have you grown? And what does it feel like to now be the one?
It feels really good. I mean, Maddie was always nice, and she offered help and just was there to help me push forward. I really like Maddie.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good, and that's awesome to have a kind of an older pitcher like that take in some of you younger pitchers and help to mold you. How do you feel about going in? You guys are going to be facing Cabell Midland. I don't know if have gotten to play them before. They are a tough hitting team. How are you guys going to prepare for that?
I think that we just have to stay calm and come in hitting, because we just try to win every inning.
Yeah, there you go. That's an excellent answer. I think you guys are doing an excellent job 1 through 9 coming out and hitting the ball, and you obviously are a big part of that coming in at their number 3. So I won't ask you any more questions. I'll just tell you congratulations and wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations, girlfriend.
Thank you.
Are you having another interview? Or, it doesn't matter. I can interview Coach O if you want me to. It doesn't.
Hey, it works. It works. It's all good.
We're still good? Okay. Coach O, how are you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm excited for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's exciting for you guys. I was just kind of going off where we were just at. I was just talking to Chloe about how it's been for her kind of coming in and stepping up and filling that hole of losing Maddie, and how do you feel about how she's done, and maybe not just her but the rest of the girls, losing such a big part to your team there?
Yeah, we're super proud of Maddie, for all she's doing at Shepherd. But, every year's a new year. We got to move on. Unfortunately, we have to lose some people, just like we will after this year. But we got to make each year special as we can. So I'm glad that we can take these 5 seniors back because they were my last team that went to the state tournament. So
yes, yep, that's very exciting for them too. I was actually just talking to someone over here on the sidelines. Seems like I've been playing against Anna Sedlock and Miss Greenfield, a handful of your seniors forever. I'm like, when are these girls going to graduate?
Yeah, that's this year.
Well, that's exciting for them that they're seniors and going to get to go back to the state tournament.
Yeah.
How are you guys going to prepare? You guys' first game is going to be for Cabell Midland. How are you looking to prepare for them?
Yeah, it always seems like every year we go down there, we're matched up with them. But we just got to play our game. Work on the little things that we can work on from today's game, and other stuff like that. We're gonna get used to the turf a little bit different with football turf versus the turf up there. But really just the fundamentals. Fundamentals never change, and I try and tell them game never changes. So just keep rolling.
Right.
Use this momentum.
Yep, absolutely. Yes. You guys are having really great momentum to head into the state tournament. Not just momentum with winning games, but really I think your offense is producing very, very well. And I've seen a lot more small ball out of you guys, and I think that will certainly help you guys out down there too. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And best of luck.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.